Dang. All right. Welcome back to the This is Bullsh podcast. I'm not going to say our names because you should already know our names by now, but it was very good. Let's see. First topic we got is we'll be talking about our school dances that we've had and our experiences with that. So I don't know. One of y'all want to go first?
I got it. I only went to 2 school dances. I've been to school dances like that. Y'all got that.
Okay, you let go.
I was gonna say I don't really.
Really?
Me neither. I mean, like,
Okay.
the times that I went, I was just like the song body type of dude. Like, I was really like, look, it depended on which song I was playing, to be honest with you.
Okay, so, hold on, wait a minute. Because we all went to prom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all went to prom.
But like, I specifically had experience with each school dance, including prom. That's
Nah. Do we all go to what's it called though? Homecoming? The homecoming dance?
yeah.
I went to one.
I went to all 4.
I skipped all of them hoes. And I am glad I skipped all of them hoes. Because every single one of them, the day afterwards, I would go to class, the Monday after what's it called?
Homecoming?
Yeah, homecoming. That one. Bro.
Bro.
Bro, because it wasn't important to me. Like, the whole week, they was hyping up homecoming with all these events and whatnot. Like, dress up as your favorite cartoon character. It's bringing back old school style. Wear old school type clothes.
But they do the same thing with prom, though.
The thing is that prom was prom. Prom had that title on it.
Yeah.
Homecoming, nigga, they would do all that hype stuff. And then Monday, everyone would come to class, man, homecoming was kind of lame. Homecoming was whack, bro. That DJ couldn't DJ for nothing at homecoming, bro. Man, my boy could have done a better DJ at homecoming, bro. The music they was playing was whack. Like, no one ever said something good about homecoming. So I just never went.
If anything, at my school, some people said that the homecomings were more lit than prom.
I don't know. Maybe it was my school.
Nah, I think my school was the same. Like, it was just average at most, but then prom is like the best thing.
Homecoming was mid. Homecoming, if you spent your entire high school grade, and then after high school you were like, dang, I'm so mad at myself for I regret not going to a homecoming. Don't. You didn't miss much. If you went to prom, you got every single homecoming you ever missed. That was it right there.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is just my segment then, since y'all don't. But
I mean, we can chip in every now and then.
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying
it's
it's more me time. So like 9th grade, I'm not gonna speak too long, but like 9th grade, I asked the girl, she did not want to go with me. Like, I'm telling you, like, did not. She was like, nah. But then, like, her friends just saw me be so persistent. Because, like, you know, I never asked a girl or anything. They're like, he's kind of, you know, he's nice, whatever. Like, come on. And then she agreed because of her friends.
Got to see
So, my mom was, I don't know why my mom came. But she was like, oh, I'm going to go chaperone. And I'm like, why is fucking going? But okay. So mom came chaperone and, you know, brought me. And it was already bad enough, so, like, I thought I was looking good, but now that I realized I was basically wearing church clothes, like, gotta look back up, like, what was I wearing?
That's how it is, though.
Bro, I already knew it was not a good homecoming because I was with my boys. And my friend was like, hey, yo, Ray, don't move. You have someone. And when someone tells you don't move, that makes you want to move. So I'm like, what the fuck? I would look down. There's a tarantula on my jacket.
Oh, nah, jeez.
I was like,
no.
I threw off my jacket, bro. I was like, ain't no way. Where did shit come from? Like, I mean, yeah, there's like, you know, you got beetles and fucking cockroaches and little spiders, but not no tarantula.
I want to escape from science class.
I was like, what the hell? Like, apparently.
That was some respect.
So yeah, I ran into old girl and I was like, hey, and she was like, hey.
So ugly. My face so long neck. You look like a cinnamon stick from I put look at that boy. Get out of my dark chocolate boy, man.
Damn, why you going here?
my face, bro. Get out. She really didn't want to see you, bro. Like, that's how it was.
Yeah, I guess she was hoping I didn't show up. But yeah, she was like, and then her friends like, come on, like you promised. And she was like, okay, let's go dance. Me, you know, I know how to dance.
You thought she was hitting the moves, huh?
No.
That's how every homecoming happened.
No. So, I mean, they're playing like average songs, but of course, I feel like because my school was, I want to say my school's half and half with like black and Hispanic. So, they gonna play Hispanic music, of course, because Hispanic music is very popular. I don't know how to move like Hispanic do. Like, niggas know how to do the whip, the nay, the jerk, all that shit, but niggas do not know, and it's sitting on like no niggas know how to do that unless you're like half Hispanic. Then you know.
Hit the bachata, bro. Like them moves, bro.
No, not even. Someone's gotta teach me. You
So
don't like if it's your first time hearing this dance, you're not gonna really know. You just gonna move like how your body.
Feel the beat.
Yeah,
I know, but I
wasn't.
Well, I wasn't feeling the beat in that.
Exactly, hips don't lie. Cause at the end of the day, bro, honestly, because this is how I got through all my high school dances that I went to, all 2 to 3 of them. And legit, every Hispanic song they played, if I didn't know the words, I would sit for like first little 20 seconds of the song, start to see the little females, all, because every female when they hear the little,
they're running
song,
out there.
they running.
And
they start moving their hips. And then,
it's always that one, bro.
And it made me realize Hispanic dances are all the same thing. Feel the beat, move your feet. That's it. Okay. Once you feel the beat, you move your feet.
I'm a freshman. I didn't know that at the time.
Now, as a freshman, you can't really survive because, let's be honest, y'all ever went somewhere as a freshman where you had to look nice and you thought you was real drippy? Right at that very moment, you thought you was dripped out. You thought you...
Bro, that was me.
Like, you saw yourself in the mirror, like, look at the fit, look at the blazer. Look at the tie. Look at the shirt. Look at the shoes. Like, you thought you was so clean. Years later, you go look at that picture, like, man, I look like I was going to church.
Bro, I'm telling you, that was me, bro. I had, like, my best outfit at the time. But, yeah.
It was probably
so music plays, and like I said, I'm not feeling the beat. And then, like, I mean, he's no longer a friend. But at the time, I had a friend who was in ROTC, and he's Hispanic, so... He knows how to dance to it, and he was near us, and like he was trying to teach me. He was like, "Come on, bro, like you gotta pick up your feet or whatever," because I was behind. But then at that point, then he just grabbed her hand, and then they started dancing, and I just slowly walked away. I was like, "This nigga don't stole my girl, or not even my girl, because you didn't even want to be with me." But so then I was just like really out of it at that point. Like I went back to my mom. I was like, "Can we leave?" And she was like, "Nah, nigga, I got a chaperone until the end of this event." I was like, I still got 2 more hours of this bitch. My mom was like, go pick another random girl.
Yes, sir. If she don't want you, her right
next one.
Okay, but then the thing is, every other girl either had a date or my school, specifically Springs, y'all know, we're a bunch of hoes. Because there was a lot of girls out there with their dresses on that was really too short and basically had nothing underneath. And I was like, Mom, I'm not asking another girl. And she's like, what's wrong? I was like, go look at that specific area over there. She looking and she just sees like basically equivalent of just looking at ass. And she was like, yeah, no, you can stay right here if you want to. But no, I mean there was other songs that played, but like I was just really chilling by myself,
hugging the ball.
I grabbed a soda and was just like like I basically just grabbed a soda and I was just chilling, and then like I was still on the dance floor though, like while doing all this, and then because young adults, I should call us in high school, people are gonna drink while dancing, and you're jumping up and down, so it's spilling on the floor, and it's dark as fuck. So I ended up slipping and busting my ass, but I landed directly on my arm, and I heard it crack. So I was like, "Oh fuck, did I like break my arm or something?" So like, someone in one of my friends had like wrapped my arm jacket like as if it was in a cast of some sort, and I was just walking like that the rest of the Second homecoming I didn't get to go to because I got severely injured in a Taekwondo tournament. Basically, nigga was... First of all, nigga shouldn't have been fighting me because he was not the belt I was. He just wanted to see how I was. So he literally took off the belt he was, put on the belt that I was, which you're not supposed to do in a tournament, and fought me. And nigga aimed directly for my legs, and I got severely bruised. And it got to the point like I couldn't even walk that whole day. Like it was that bad. So I didn't get to go to homecoming that day. Junior year, I asked a girl. She said yes. Then homecoming usually starts, I think, around 7 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
So she like texted me saying, "Hey, like I have like a family emergency, so I'm gonna come a little late." And I was like, "Okay, I don't mind that." Guess what time she came?
Closing time.
No, not closing time.
Looks like 10 o'clock ish, like 9 ish.
No.
8,
Okay, you're close.
7:30,
Other way.
7:45.
Other way.
7:15.
No, like closer to 8.
Closer to 8, like
7:50.
8:30.
8:30. So that's an hour and 30 minutes. I was waiting, and I was like, at this point, if she don't show up by...
Look at all these times we gotta guess just for this.
I was hoping y'all would hit it on the mark, but y'all was going in the opposite direction. Y'all
I
was
thought she
going...
was gonna come at some random time, like 7:47 or something. Like,
No.
who knows?
She came at 8:30. And I was like... And it's funny because I was waiting with another friend. Like, he was waiting on his date, too. And then they both happened to show up at 8:30. Who was like, all right, bet. Where we gonna go? So we go to dance floor or whatever. Then she proceeds to complain, saying she doesn't want to dance because all her favorite songs have been played. Because while I was waiting, all the songs that she wanted to listen to, which were Hispanic, I already played. And DJ, of course, not going to replay the same song he's already played.
At least not in the same 2 hours.
Exactly. So she was just... It was equivalent of like... She was just following her friends around, and I was just walking, and like we were not doing anything.
That's tough.
So I was just like, I just wasted my night just following a girl around who didn't even want to dance. Because there were songs I wanted to dance to, but of course I didn't want to dance by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, then senior year, because I was tired of asking. I was like, maybe the problem is asking girls from my school, maybe. Because I've already done that twice.
So you asked a girl from a different school. That was gonna be different.
Well, I asked a girl from my Taekwondo academy, and she was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, I'll go with you."
I hate to tell you this, Rayshon, but the streets is still the streets, no matter what street you're in. You can change. You can take a left turn and go to a different street, but guess what? You're still on the street.
I got that, okay, but no, but like she was cool. I knew her. I've known her for like a longer time than like the two girls that I've asked for homecoming. So I was like, okay, she cool. So, you know, we hang out, get something to eat before homecoming, like everybody else does. We go to homecoming. Everything's chill and fine. Music starts. She proceeds to say, "Oh, I can't dance." I was like, "Stop the cap. You Hispanic." Like you said, I know you can feel the beat, move your feet.
Exactly.
So I was like, why are you lying? And she's like, no, I'm serious. I can't dance. And I was like, I'm like, maybe you're just shy. Like, and I'm like, I don't know why you have to be shy around me. We literally...
She don't want a song. That's all she needs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And then I was waiting. I was like, there's going to be one song that pop up that you know, and you going to go off.
Rico.
No.
Hey, if I did, I don't know.
Maybe no. But like the songs were coming and she was not doing anything. I'm like, can this girl like legit? Maybe I'm like, maybe she can't dance. I don't know. Or maybe like I said, she was just afraid. So I was with another friend. His girl said the same thing. I can't dance. We're just like, what y'all lying? Like we know y'all can dance. So we're just like, okay, we'll try to get you relaxed. So we go get some drink from the whatever they're serving. like soda or whatever. We come back. Guess what they're doing? Dancing.
I'll tell you why. Because what happened was while he was getting them drinks, the DJ was switching around songs and all that, and then I'm just gonna put this song out there for reference, just because why not? All them other Hispanic songs and black songs and what other songs they were playing, them girls were sitting there like, I can't really dance to this song. And Suavemente, besame, and they hopped up and they went. And they started dancing to it, bro. And that's how it works, bro. It's always one song.
It's always one song.
It really is. So we come back and we see that and we just like, wow.
Or I just realized it could have not been one song. It could have been that they did want to dance.
They just went
not
out
with shoes.
I can dance.
Thanks for giving me that. Yeah. So we were pissed off because like that's what we thought. We were just like, wow, if you didn't want to dance with us, like that's so. Yeah, and then of course because we caught them red-handed, then they want to stop dancing, and we're like, no.
Don't stop now.
Don't stop now. Go ahead. Shit. We have to after I have to leave, whatever. So like, and we were quite pissed. This happened. Like we literally we're gonna go to the little men's room and go talk to ourselves about this because we were pretty upset. So like, I remember taking her back home and like her parents were like, oh, you have to take her back home like right at 9:30 or something. So then we like left that night, and I'm just like, you know that feeling when you like drive mad and somebody's in the car with you.
Yeah, you be sitting there gripping the wheel.
Exactly. I was just like, and she was like,
hold on, I got a question though. Were you speeding also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it was no, because from my school it took about 30 minutes to get to her house. So I was like, if her dad and I ain't trying to mess with no Hispanic father, so I'm gonna try to get her right at like 9:25 or something.
I was about to say because I already know how you are regardless.
Yeah.
But now behind the wheel, pissed off. That's a whole nother level.
Exactly. Probably going 10 over.
Yo.
He was mad as hell, gripping the wheel.
Yo.
He was probably looking out the window when he wasn't driving, bro. Like he was.
But yeah, and then so she sees it. She's like, "Well, I enjoyed the dance." I was just like, I really want to tell her like to shut up because I was so mad, but I didn't say anything. And then she was just saying stuff like that I like noticed around the dance, like as in like some people like I saw like slip or something. And then eventually like I kind of lightened up, and then we got back to her house and I dropped her off. But
man, like me would have just sat there in silence. I would have turned on the radio type beat.
Well, I mean, I don't listen to the radio. Like, if I play music, I play solely from my phone. But
I do it just to make like a late.
Just to make time to go by.
Nah, I'll explain after you're done with your story. I'll explain.
But yeah. So, lastly, prom. So, I go with a girl. Well, we weren't like she was in my date, but like I went with her. Like her boyfriend literally broke up with her like the day before prom. She needed someone to go with. I was like, okay, I got you. Because at this point, I'm like, I'm not going to ask no female after everything I've been through.
Ain't no point in it.
Exactly. So we go to prom, and she was like, oh, you actually showed up. And I was like, it's prom. Like, unless like you have some reason not to go to prom, who's not going to go to prom? Because I know some people out there like, damn, I wish I went to prom. Okay, you didn't miss that. Yeah, just go.
Nothing stops. No one. Look, bro. This is for my females. This is for the niggas. Anyone that's, if you're in high school or you're out of high school, it don't matter. If you didn't go to prom, don't blame that on the fact that, oh, I didn't have a date. Oh, I didn't have no one to go with. Oh, I just didn't. You just didn't want to go. Just say you didn't want to go.
I didn't go with anybody.
Exactly.
On God.
That's them.
Like, bro, you don't have to lie. You don't have to capture anybody. Just say you didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Don't say, man, I regret not going to prom, but I didn't go because no one invited me or I didn't have a date.
You just go by yourself. You're going to have a good time regardless.
Even if you don't have friends.
Because you be with your niggas or like I said, by yourself.
By yourself. Have a good time. Eventually,
you had to go with to pull up in. Guess what? I pulled up in my busted ass Toyota Corolla.
And-
The chip paint, the paint is being chipped off. I got dents in the shit. One side of my window is practically falling off, and I had to tape off the son of a with duct tape. So like, and I still pulled up with the bitch. So
Exactly.
some of my friends put up in an Uber. Legit, they Ubered their way because they didn't have a car. Like you could Uber. I know one dude biked to prom.
Wow.
He biked to prom, and then he put his suit on at prom. And then he took it off to bike home.
Yeah,
bro, what?
That's dedication.
Because he wasn't gonna miss prom. Like, there's so many reasons to miss prom.
Get jacked by his bike.
Yeah.
I thought
That'd be
bike stolen too. Yeah.
That'd be
I thought somebody was
unfortunate.
gonna come start drinking and steal his bike.
But yeah, no, let me continue. So she pull up and then like we're like chatting and the dance hasn't started yet. It's just like whatever. And then so I was like, oh, like you ready for prom and all that? And then like we take like pictures or whatever that they have around at the very center. And then she's like, oh, okay, well this was all fun. And I was like, why are you talking like you about to leave? She's like, oh, I am. And I was like, where you going? Like, prom hasn't started yet. She's like, oh, I'm gonna go to IHOP and I'm gonna meet up with my ex and we're gonna talk. And I was like, this I was like, you know what? At this point, huh?
Nah, bro. No. It's too late for that. Because I bet she went straight back to prom with that nigga after they talked.
Yo.
No, she didn't come back, or at least maybe she went to his. I don't know, but I didn't see her back. But I was like, you know what? I don't fucking care. And like I said, at that point, I didn't care. I was like, I'm gonna enjoy prom. I'm not gonna let no girl fucking mess this up for me. So I went and turned up at prom all by myself. I didn't have no girl to dance with. So all the dances that, you know, everyone was twerking to with a woman or anything slow dancing, I just sat out. But any other song that came on, I turned the fuck up. So
I'll make one statement about dances because before I move on, because I only had one real significant dance. Freshman year, I wanted to go to Hoko with this one chick that was in my computer science class. Denied, rejected, straight up. Like, no, what I got. After that, I didn't go to a single dance from freshman year to senior year until senior year. Then the chick I wanted to take to prom, I already asked out my friend, so they was gonna go to prom together as friends, which made me mad because I really wanted to date that female at the time. That was the female I wanted to date, and I didn't get there. So I asked this chick from a summer camp I went to the summer beforehand at Texas State or Texas Southern. Bad idea, because anyone that goes to Texas Southern willingly is already a problem. And then, sorry, but like if you go to a HBCU willingly, it's a problem to me because you just kind of fell back into everyone else's backup option for the primary. Anyways, I took her to prom. First off, she was like, "Hey, what kind of red dress should I wear? I have like a little short one, like a little short skimpy one. I have like a long one." And I was like, "How long is the long one?" She was like, "It's not that long." And I was like, "Okay, where's the long one?" No, that hoe had a train. She had her dress was down, like it was long,
like a wedding dress.
like yeah, kind of like it was a dress you wear to a wedding or something, or a dress that you wear like the quince.
Yeah, because
like
you can't really dance in those.
Exactly. And I told her, I was like, I didn't know it was that long. You should have just sent me a picture and told me it was that long. I would have told you to pick the other one.
She gonna say, "Oh, it's not that long."
Yeah,
And then she was like, "Damn, I can't really move in this."
yeah. So then we went to a restaurant. Food wasn't even that good. Food was mid. I didn't even like it, but it was like expensive, and it was at the boardwalk. I was mad as hell. I was already mad. Then she was mad because she didn't like the food. I didn't like the food.
You're just wasting your money.
Yeah, and then we both went to prom, and then she saw all the other dresses, and then she got even more mad because all the dresses were short, and I told her to wear the long one, and I was like, and I was mad because I was like, that dress was long as hell. We all that anger resulted to us dancing on the what's it called? Dancing on the dance floor, and it was just angry. How you throw it back angry as hell? And I was catching it too. 'Cause I was mad. I was just like,
whoa.
I was catching it, angry as hell too. And then my prom was the same. It was the same time, around the same time Infinity War came out.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to watch that because she didn't watch that. Found out a week later that she don't even like superheroes. I asked her, "Do you want to do this, or we can go do something else? We can go to the park or something." And she hit me with, "Yeah, I want to go see the movie." You could have said no. You could have said no, and she didn't say no.
I guess she was really feeling you then.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She just wanted to make
Yeah.
sacrifices.
For
He likes this. So.
Yeah, I said we can go do something else. I'm okay with it. I've already seen the movie. If you want to see the movie, so okay,
Yeah, you watched it with us.
Yeah. No, that was the third time I watched it. Second time I watched it was with her. First time I watched it, I think it was with Rock and AZ. I don't remember. I just remember when I watched with y'all, it was like a third time thing.
Oh.
But anyways, no. So I ended up watching the movie with her. She wasn't really feeling the movie, so we left midway through.
Yeah, she said she wanted to go home.
Yeah, because I took her home and her mom was like ready to come pick her up. So I took her home, and I took her home. I ended up getting like a little kiss a little kiss goodnight. I drove home. I asked her the next day. I was like, "Hey, you want to go do something since it's like prom weekend? Yeah, you're supposed to go out and do something else after prom apparently." I was just like, I might as well, make a movie out of it.
I want my ass home.
Yes. No. She was like, "I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep." I was like, "All right, cool." So I ended up sleeping the entire weekend for the most part. Sleeping and playing 2K, and I was it. And then come on Monday, come a few weeks down the road, prom's over. She's going to prom with a whole bunch of other different dudes, which that told me, I was like, she wasn't even trying to go to prom. She was just trying to go to a prom.
Yeah.
Because her school doesn't have a prom. It's an all-women's school. It was an all-women's prep school, so she didn't have a prom like that.
You would think at that type of school they let them bring a dude, but
no, it was an all-women's prep school, so she didn't have a type of prom or anything like that. So she was just going to
I
prom
feel like
with any
those
dude she knew.
schools are not good for girls at all.
I feel like they're good educationally.
Yeah, educationally, but without
Socially
no
wise,
social interaction with a guy, like especially if the girls will piss you off all the time, and you can't talk to anyone but girls.
I was thinking even more like afterwards, because they can't be like at an all-girl prep school forever. At some point, you gotta go in the real world and interact with other people, including guys.
Because you're gonna be isolating all the dudes. You're like, oh, I don't want to talk to them because you literally been raised in the school.
Either I don't want to talk to them, or I want to talk to all of them.
Facts, because it's like a culture shock.
Yeah. But no, so to that female that I took to prom, because she was short, she was Hispanic, she was really mean, in a sense.
Yeah, you said you liked that.
Yeah, she wasn't nice, but she wasn't mean. She was like right in the middle, and then she was kind of thick, but
kinda.
Yeah, you're right. She was hella thick. She was hella thick.
That's what you was talking about last time.
But shout out to that chick, because even though after prom she took a whole bunch of other dudes to their prom and she ended up blocking me afterwards. Shout out to that chick, because if it weren't for her, what's your question?
Ain't you also said she got big titties?
Yeah, she did. That's why.
That's why I was like.
She did. That's Cause
I mean, when you short, that's pretty much all you have.
Cause the thing is, I met her at Texas Southern. I'm gonna keep it rack. I fell in love with her at Texas Southern because she was my only friend there. Yeah, she was my camp. She was my camp crush. She was my boo thing. We was sitting in the chairs, sitting in the chair together, booed up, cuddled up, all types of people. We wasn't really dating. But, shout out to that chick, because even though she blocked me, afterwards, because she blocked me, and because I was trying so hard to get her, I consulted a different female, and that ended up being my first girlfriend. Unintentional. I wasn't even looking at her like that. I was consulting her. I found out midway through the football season that the chick that I was talking to about my prom female was the chick that been standing in front of me that I've been eyeing the entire time I was in marching band and the little dancers were doing their show. The female I was staring at while I was playing music, was that same female. Then I ended up doing a bunch of stuff for that dance group. I ended up taking that female home a few times, getting her Starbucks here and there. Hell, one of our first conversations was something like, da 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 da. If I win, you buy me Starbucks. If you win most of the games of the tic-tac-toe in the middle of the science class, I'll get you Starbucks after you drop me off, or when you take me home from school. And I was like, when I take you home from school, who said I was taking you home from school?
She already said that.
Yeah,
right?
nah. And then she was like, oh, so you don't want Starbucks? And I was like, whoa, hey now.
Don't use that against me.
A drink is a drink. A free drink, because I'm not losing. Tic-tac-toe, you can't beat me. I lost.
That's what niggas always say. You can't beat me.
I'm unstoppable. You can't beat me. I
Bro,
won
like
first...
that one football dude. They can't tackle us. Let's go. They can't tackle us.
Dink.
And then he got hit. I'm like,
Yeah, nah, because that's exactly what it was. I won the first game, and then she was talking about bro, why you cheating? Why you doing unfair stuff? And I was like, you know what?
Bro, she was playing mind games.
Yeah, she was playing mind games. But she was doing it in a cute way, so I kind of...
You was like,
Yeah, so I was never really hurt by that prom chick, because that prom chick opened up doors. Well, I'm never going to a school dance again, I'll tell you that, because we can't
anyway. Unless we chaperone you. But
this is a college.
College dances, but college dances...
Well, I mean, college is way different, though. We not dressing up no formal way. You know, college is...
College dances just,
What,
put on a
parties?
fit. Yeah, put on a fit and go party.
Yeah. And get drunk and...
Go crazy. Go stupid.
Yeah. Good. Alright, well, we'll come back in next video for the next topic. Alright, next topic we got is being left on read versus being left undelivered, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it worse to be left undelivered, or is it worse to be left on read?
Yeah, I think that's what
I already know my answer.
I'm pretty sure you know your answer too. I think it's worse to be left unread. Because if it's delivered, granted, at the same time with being left undelivered, I know there's that little trick of like you can swipe and like see the message without it showing up as. But I mean, you're not going to know if that person does that or not. But
it differentiates between apps. Because being left unread being left undelivered for for Snapchat, she might have just did that little trick, slide around, and then not seen which means ultimately you were still left on read. You just don't know you were left on read.
Exactly.
But being left on read anywhere else on any other app where you can't do that trick,
yeah, it will show you. Oh,
that means they cared enough to see what you had to say.
They didn't care enough to
They just didn't care enough to respond. Yeah, they don't. Like, let's say you shoot your shot at the female and she was delivered. Okay, that means she got a whole bunch of other dudes shooting their shots, so she not reading them. Which means she not looking for the courts are closed. But if she leaves you on red, that means she looked you your. Not only did she
looked you in your eye, basically.
She looked you in your eye. She looked at your profile. She went and saw some of your pictures, because every female before they answer a DM, they look at their profile. They'll look at your Instagram. If your Instagram got your Snap in it, they'll go look at your Snap, and then they'll decide
if they want to respond.
Do I really want to talk to this dude? So if you be on red, you had a whole... What's the word I want to use? You had a whole background check. They did a whole background check on you.
Well, yeah, because they try to make sure a nigga ain't crazy or nothing like that.
Yeah, and then let one of her friends be one of your mutuals.
Oh, Lord.
Now she gonna have to... Not only did they do a background check, they did a pre-screening for her friend, for your friend.
A drug test?
They really did. That's basically what they do.
He says, this guy legit.
Hey, you know who this is? What you know about them? Because they just straight shot they shot and knocked. So slowly you went from what you thought was going to be a layup, turned into a three-pointer, turned into a half-court shot, and then if they friend don't like you, it's a full-court shot, blindfolded shot. You just kind of shooting in the dark at this point.
Yeah.
That's why I don't text people no more.
No, yeah, it's funny 'cause my mom be like with y'all, like, 'cause she'd be like, she always like wonders why I text y'all and stuff, like calling. I'm like, well, I mean, niggas can't pick up the phone all the time, and I mean, I would like to talk to a girl on the phone, but you know, at the same time, you never know what a person's doing, so.
No, I'll straight up text you. Let's talk. Like I will, like, the last I guess yeah, the last female I did talk to. I talked to her through text for about a day, and then I said, "Hey, you want to FaceTime? Cause texting is whack, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because if you drop your phone, like this is how texting goes for most people, right? You'll send somebody a text, you'll put your phone down, and then you'll go do something else. And then you'll come back and see that they did respond as soon as you
gonna wait a little bit.
And then you gotta be like, oh, I gotta play a little game, so I can't, you know.
I can't look like
I can't respond immediately. Bro, just text back. What, do you think someone thinks you're desperate because you text back at me? No, I think you're attentive.
Girls will. Yeah, but girls see that. They're like, oh no, this nigga, he got nothing better to do. I'm paying attention to the conversation at hand. I'm interested.
Okay, so for dudes, no dude's gonna look at her text and go, man, she's so thirsty, bro. Why she text you back immediately, right? Mm-hmm. But for females, what's good with y'all? Y'all just immediately assume a man is dehydrated all of a sudden. That a man has no other things in his life going on. That man was probably playing 2K, decided to text you, paused the game, and the game been sitting on pause for however many minutes that man had left in that quarter.
I will say I've done that.
I've done it countless times. I will pause my... Sometimes I'll even turn off the TV.
And then sometimes, like, especially I know I'll text and then it goes, like, it wait on for 40 minutes or something. I'm like, and I feel like she's already seen it. She's just waiting. And I'm just like, okay, now I gotta turn the game back on. Wait till you happen to want to text again or whatever.
I think it's just kind of like, so I was like, so let me get this straight. So, alright, my fault. I had to brain fart for a quick second, you know what I'm saying? But like, let's just say she worried about if she responds hella quickly, she seemed desperate. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if a dude responds too quickly, he's hella thirsty or something like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if he wastes a long time the same way that she does, then it's kind of like, oh, don't care. You don't respect my time.
That's right. We can't win, bro.
So you want me to respect your time, but at the same time you're not willing to respect mine?
I don't understand.
That's my thing about that. So it's just kind of like, you gotta be consistent with that. It's just kind of like, look.
So here's a quick story. So like, I texted a girl that like, we have an awkward situation. If she's watching this, then she can decide however she wants to respond to this. But like, I just wanted to see if we were still friends, quote unquote. I tried shooting my shot and I failed, but I just wanted to see if we're still friends. To her, she viewed me as an acquaintance while I viewed her as a friend.
And there's a difference.
Yes, there's a difference to that. So, like, I remember I just wanted to see what she would respond to this. So I can kind of already tell how a girl's gonna respond, but you never know until the girl actually says it. So I don't want to assume. So I remember asking her, I was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the walk around on my campus like at 7 or just like walk around and go talk?" I told Dre this. She didn't respond for a whole, what was it, 24 to 28 hours?
Yo.
I was like, damn, like, I'm not even worth swiping. Like, granted, it was on Snap, so I don't know if she did the thing. It was just, oh, how do I respond back to him type beat. But, like, if she really didn't open that, it was just like, wow. And then, like, she came up with the notion of, oh, my phone was messed up. But why I see you posting something on Insta like an hour after I texted you? Like, I don't understand. So it was just like, I was not worth talking to for a whole day approximately. Like, that's the longest I've been left on delivered, quote unquote. But I was just like, at that point, I just give up on it.
That's the longest?
Yeah.
Honestly, if I was
the longest
right
was
now, there are probably females that left me on delivered To this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
To this day.
Well, we're different people, so.
Man, that must be nice. You
Well,
gotta worry about 24 hours. I gotta worry for like
ever.
740 and count. I don't even know if 740 hours have passed, but it feel like it.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, I just never understood that. But I think it is left undelivered just for words, because that person had the time to read it, acknowledge your message, and just say, they're not worth my time to respond. Like, I feel like there are some instances of when you don't have to respond. Like if some, like maybe an emergency could actually pop up and you know, you don't have the time because it's an emergency. Like something, let's say you just got in an accident and that person texted you or something. Yeah, you might read it and be like, oh, okay, but yeah, I need to get my car settled or whatever, and the police. So I understand if you don't respond right away, but don't hurt to let the person know or whatever.
Just do it in a timely manner, man.
At this point in life, just be respectful of people's time, because people.
I think that's just one of those things that comes when you get older. Like when you get like in your 30s and stuff, you gotta realize those little games like that is so stupid.
It's literally bullshit.
Hell, bro, I am 22. Any female I talk to at this point in my life is in the age range of 20 to 24.
Exactly.
So, that being said,
You
we
should be
are
acting like grown adults. Yeah.
We are adults, bro. If you can't, and then it makes matters worse. We're adults, and I know for a fact you got your phone in your pocket.
Exactly.
I know for a fact you probably looked at your phone
girls
3 or
don't
4
have
times.
pockets.
Oh yeah,
front pockets.
my bad. You got your phone in your purse or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, regardless, I know you looked at your phone at least twice in the past hour. So you gonna tell me all them notifications you got on your phone?
For Instagram, I bet you.
Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. I don't know all them stuff, all that
TikTok,
stuff you getting.
Yeah.
And you choose not to look at my one text.
It's not that hard.
Let's be real. If you got over like 200 notifications on any app,
Which that is a red flag.
you are the only app I will allow people to have over 200 notifications for is an email.
Exactly, because you get emails daily.
Yeah, because you be emailing you constantly.
Especially spam, like.
Now my emails are dry and my spam don't make notifications. So my emails is always.
I know, but just like whenever I check my mail app, I see like junk and it's already like 100 something. Like I don't get a notification for junk, but like I see it, I'm like, damn.
Anyway, bro, that's the only app I will allow people to have over 100 notifications for. If you have over 100 notifications for any other app, that's because you're purposely ignoring whatever's on that app.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell you got 1,000 Snapchats coming up. Who's texting you on Snapchat that much? Don't clap. Don't lie. The friend groups that you have may equate to like 30 or 40 of the messages. 30 or 40. If you got over bro. When I tell you one of the females that I talked to in high school, I didn't really talk to her, but we was friends.
Oh, was she acquaintance?
We were like friends, but like we became acquaintances now. She had over 1,000 messages on Facebook, 1,000 on Snapchat, and 1,000 on Instagram. How do you go with 1,000 Snapchats, bro? Explain that to me.
She just
What you better do? You
like
just
you
not
have
open
to have the app uninstalled. At that point.
Like me.
Just say you're not opening
Well,
them,
you
bro.
just recently downloaded it.
Yes.
So.
Facts.
But still, that was you, though.
I'm just saying, bro. Just say you're not opening them hoes. Like don't. And then the worst part is, she posts daily. She posts that she working out daily.
That's the thing.
She posts her going out daily, going to parties, working out, going to work. The fact that she had a cat, bro. She's always posting. So I know you're active.
You know what I think it is I'm not gonna say specifically girls, because I say maybe guys will do this too. They just want to hear from specific people.
I think it's the need.
if they're a best friend or that special guy that they're thinking about, just have to text them. Even if it's just like a hot dude from class, like on group me, they'd be so quick to respond. But another guy that they know is interested in them, but they don't care. They're just going, I'll let them wait a little bit till they get my response. Like I don't get it. Because same girl. So like I asked her a question on Instagram. And like I text her at like 1 p.m. I didn't get a response till 8. And I check Instagram maybe 3-4 times a day. Every time I log back in, I logged in at like 3, and then I logged in at 6, and then I logged in at 8. She was active all those times, but still my message was not like answered. I was just like, it's not that hard. Like I know that thing is like 1 in your DM shit, and you probably open it and be like, oh, that's Ray. And then you go back to the feed like, it's not that hard. Just respond to my question. It was an easy question too. But I don't know.
No, I also think it is
What?
freedom of choice.
Well,
Yeah.
No, yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah,
I would
because
say
you can't force someone to respond to you. So.
here's my thing about that, and that's not exactly where I was going with it. That's also true, but here's what I was going for. Anybody that's checked out any red pill content on YouTube, you probably heard this shit already before, but I'm gonna just probably go ahead and echo it. You take your normal everyday girl next door that lives next door for you. No, she's not really like a Victoria's Secret model or anything. Just like your normal girl. She
Average.
probably goes to the same school as you.
Mm-hmm.
Not really anything significant of her. You know what I mean? You take her. I'm pretty sure there was probably a time, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, where like if she wanted any dude's attention or she was looking at
She could have had
potential significant other, she would end up having to look at a small group sample of the dudes that were around her,
Right.
that lived in her area, whether that's in her neighborhood or community or maybe in her school, whatever the case may be. Now, in this day and age, with social media that is growing and evolving, and it's still growing and evolving to this day,
Every hour, basically.
pretty much, so is her options.
Yeah.
So you take the normal everyday girl that years ago was only getting maybe like 5 to 10 dudes that would have been interested, and now you take that same girl, put her on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever the case may be, hundreds.
Yeah, it's sitting in the hundreds now.
The same girl. And it is again the growing of social media and all that shit. And so she has all this. It's basically now she has power to choose.
Yup.
She's basically just being.
I showed you the influencer earlier. You saw how many followers she had, and she confirms that most of them are guys.
Yeah.
And because of what she posts, of course. Guys are gonna be like, oh shit, that's nice, but
Let's be honest.
it's just like over 330K, and that's half, so that's about 150, 160-ish. Half of those are guys. Like, that's freedom of choice right there. Just to pick one dude out of that. Like, imagine that percentage. That's crazy. But I mean, again, we can't force anybody to do whatever they don't want to do. So, if there's a girl who chooses not to talk to me, I can't go to her and be like, hey, you can talk to me, She can keep her mouth shut. I feel like I said that in the wrong way, but...
That's less than 1%, bro.
Less than 1%?
If you hit up a female with 20,000 followers, you have a less than 1% chance. If all of them texted you, there's a less than 1% chance that she picks you to read out of all of them.
And respond.
Yeah.
Because you can just read it.
You can read it. Because it's a
That's
point.
nice.
It's a 0.0005% chance.
You know what is similar? If I can put what should I call it? Shit. Like an example of it. or if I can compare it to something, there you go. If I can make a comparison to something, let's just say like you take like one NFL player and you just be like, well, he was a stud back in college. Here's the thing. Every NFL player was a stud in college. How do you think they got to the NFL?
They got better.
Exactly. So how was that one NFL player going to rise up against every other NFL player that they're competing against? They got to stand out upon the competition. That's basically what it's like for us dudes.
Yeah, we have to. Because if you're just average, then you're not.
You're nothing special.
Yeah. But the only thing that I feel like nowadays you stand out is if you just have, well, for sure if you're tall, that fucking makes you stand out like a
X.
Then if you just have those good looking genes, like that, you know, were unintentional that you got from your parents, that makes you stand out. And then if you're, I'd also say if you're very muscular, that makes you stand out. Because a normal girl look at me like, okay, you know, he's just like every other guy. He's not fat, but he's not too skinny. Like, and that's all they think of.
Can I just say?
But then they look at a Channing Tatum or Michael B. Jordan. Oh, that's a one of a kind right there. Like,
I mean, but that also involves fame and
well,
status
yeah, I know, but I'm
and
just
money
saying
and
as
stuff
in,
like that.
But you have to think like Michael B. Jordan and Jason Tatum were just like me once. They were just an average teenager adult, and then because they had skills that they were able to put into acting, then they blew up. And then of course because they worked out like fucking I don't know how long.
Can I just say this though? We sit here, we wonder, like, you know, the percentages and all the chances and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But really speaking, why do we still believe that this is a dude's, like, we always want the dude to make the first move and whatnot and all of this, but 90% of the, 70% of the time,
It's the female.
70% of the time, whatever female, no matter who the female is, whatever dude try to hits up that female, she's got many other dudes hitting up that female. But if you switched it around, for the most part, no females are hitting up dudes.
No.
So that dude has like one option, and that's the female that he DM'd. Mm-hmm. But she's got like 30 options of every dude that's still in that similar situation.
And personally, and I've always wondered that too, because girls will be like, oh no, you have way more than I do, Cap. Because I can tell you right now, granted I'm not looking for any girls, but I can tell you right now, if I was, there wouldn't be one girl who's actively looking for me. I'm probably just one in, like you said, 50 of girls' DMs right now. Or more, but and then I don't understand, like, how do you manage to, like, let's say, like you said, a girl has 50 dudes in her DM. How do you talk to all 50 dudes and try to keep them all entertained, acting like they're the one that's gonna get picked, knowing you're just messing with 49 and really want one?
And that's why I understand having like a full DMs, like having like multiple messages and whatnot. But at the same time, you're the one entertaining them. Just tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not interested.
That's not hard.
Or even better, crush their feelings. You know what keeps a dude coming back to a female that rejected him? It's just a soft rejection. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really into you. Oh, you know, I don't think it's the time for us right now. Oh, I'm not really looking at the moment. It leaves the door slightly cracked open
because the guy's like, I still have a chance.
Yeah, I wasn't flat out like rejected. You know who's not gonna come back? It's not gonna, the dude that's gonna come back is the one that's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really looking for a relationship. That dude's gonna keep coming back, in hopes that now you're looking for a relationship. The dude that's not gonna come back is the one that she was like, bro, you ugly as hell. Oh, ugly, boy, your teeth look like the sun the way they still yellow, bro. Why you even in my DMs? You should be in the doctor's DMs.
But you know why?
Go to the dentist DMs, my nigga. Get out of my DMs.
But girls don't want to do that because then they're gonna be like, oh, well, he's gonna think I'm a bitch and all that.
Bro, you either for the like.
I won't even go. Here's the thing, though. I will say there probably is a reason, and I feel like the reason for that is not more so because of she's gonna be perceived and stuff like that. Because let's be honest, like as many other dudes that's giving her attention, she not gonna give a shit about that one dude's opinion.
No, I'm just saying, but like that one dude opinion is gonna spread.
She just don't want to look like that bad person in front of her friends when her friends be like on her phone and seeing stuff like that. She don't want to be looked like that.
Yeah, because then she's gonna get judged and.
Yeah.
Even more so, how is that dude also gonna respond to the rejection?
True, yeah, because he can come in a violent way, as in
exactly.
You're gonna be all that shit. So they're just because I'm not gonna lie, there are crazy niggas out there. So,
yeah.
So we're having like that's a pro. A pro is like then if you tell the nigga straight up, hey, don't like you, blah blah blah, stop trying. There's a slight possibility that he's gonna come up.
He's gonna keep trying regardless.
Because it could, I don't want to say the word, but it could be something he could R with her, and then that's not good at all. Because that ruins a nigga's future.
Maybe it's just me, but I just.
But no, I straight up, I would like a girl to tell me straight up, hey, I'm not interested. Because, like that girl I mentioned earlier, she like you said, like kind of just. Like did a little pat on the shoulder. No, I'm sorry. And I still was like in my mind, even though I was like I still in my mind was like, well, if I do this, maybe I can win her back.
Yeah, maybe I have a chance here. Maybe I'm not.
But yeah, I would personally myself like if a girl straight told me I'm not interested in like that.
The answer is no.
But again, they don't know how, because the thing is, you never know how, like just how like you said, you never know how a man's gonna react. Whenever you say something to a girl, you never know how a woman's gonna react. So it's just the same shit.
It's how do I say? It's what's it called? It's one of the very few perks I feel like I've had, with what's it called? With the way I am, because every female that I've ever tried to attempt, or every time I tried to attempt, or the ones that came at me, I got flat out rejected. Like, I never had that, oh, you're cute and all, but no. I always got that, really? Yeah. You sure you don't want to go holler at the fat chick that's in the corner? Like, she looks like more your speed than that, like, And, like, I always got that, like, that look that, like, you really think you think you're in the right area, buddy? Like, I felt like I was SpongeBob trying to get into the salty spittoon. And then what's it called? I was SpongeBob trying to get the salty spittoon. No, because different. Everyone has my name. But that's the best way to put it. Is I was SpongeBob trying to get the salty spittoon, and then every female I encountered was a bouncer talking about some.
How tough are you?
I think you should be a Weenie Hut Junior.
God.
And then I go to Weenie Hut Juniors, and they're just like, I think you're supposed to be a super Weenie Hut Juniors. Oh,
It's tough.
Eesh.
Oh.
But nah, I don't know. That's just what I thought.
Oh.
So we good?
Yeah, I don't know. We could go on and on about this.
This is a
It's
topic
literally a
that
topic
But
that
it's
cannot be solved, like especially by the four of us. But
Four.
4.
2, 3.
oh damn!
Damn.
Off the phone, nigga.
I'm tired.
I am too. But
Oh yeah, you was literally slept before this.
I work too much. I work too much. Bro, I swear, I'm living the same life as a coma patient, but I have work to do afterwards. You don't got work.
Yeah, but basically from this, there's things that happen in the world, and we can't
Just too many factors.
We're
to
just
consider.
little. I just say we're little. We can't do much about them. It just happens to us, and we can choose either to walk away from it or continue to confront it multiple times. I think that's the best way to go at it. I think.
Yeah.
So, all right. We'll be back with the next topic.
I'm gonna start this one off. All right. What's the word? So, this next topic we're about to talk about is does body count matter, like, at all?
Now you're probably wondering what we mean by body count. But those who are not caught up to speed with this day and age. Now, when we say body count, we talking about killing niggas? Nah.
We're not
talking
talking about those
about-
kind of bodies. We're not talking who I smoke type bodies.
Right.
We're talking about more the
Who I've messed around with.
yes. What mountains have I climbed?
I mean, light bulbs have I changed?
Exactly.
How many tires have I replaced?
How many chairs have I sat in?
We can go on and on with that one. But yeah, so I just want to say, I think it does, just because I'm only going to say an example of, like, if you're a virgin and you talk to a girl who's messed with 8 dudes, your confidence might be a little low. Because you're going to compare yourself to those 8 dudes that she was previously with.
That being said, I'm going to go out here on one and say the answer is yes and no.
I'll give you reasons why.
And my reasons for that is yes, it matters. But depending on how low it is, it's basically insignificant.
Oh yeah, if a girl says she's been with 2 guys before me, no one's gonna be like, okay, I'm
cool,
fine.
yeah. But if I've only been with one female, and then I'm talking to a female that's been with like 10 different dudes, at that point I'm starting to wonder, bro, how are you? Like, what's good with you?
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like, why were you with 10 dudes? Was it
Yeah,
their
that's
fault
too-
or was it your fault?
And how long is the time span between each dude? Because if you say I've been with 10 dudes, and you're only what 21, 22?
That means you
Make
messed
that
around in
make
high school.
add that up. Add that math up, because it means you either messed around from freshman year of high school, or you crammed 10 dudes
And
in
a
3
single
years. In 3 years max, 18 to 21. So, where, like,
Where's the line drawn?
yeah, where's the line drawn? And then, if not, where's the line drawn? How many is too many? Before you start thinking, I can't date her no more. I don't know if I can be with this dude now.
Yeah. It's just a tricky situation.
And I'm gonna get honest with you. My personal number is 3. At this point in my life. The older I get, the more it'll climb.
What are you talking about? Like girlfriends or that you?
That's the max I'll take for a female.
Oh, okay.
3. At this point in my life. I'm 21. So
Well, yeah.
I'm assuming your body count is 3 or under. 18, 19, 21. Or 18, 19, 20. And then we're 21 right now.
Gotcha.
3 is my maximum. Because I expect, if you say your body count is 2, I assume, okay, you were with one dude for about a year. You had that little time off for yourself, and you had another dude for maybe almost a year, and now you're here. If your body count is like 5 and you're only 20 something, that means you got one dude for a few months, you got another dude for a few months, you had one like hit and run,
Or
you got another
like
hit and
Tinder
run.
date.
Yeah, or you got a Tinder date that you let smash, and now he's gone. Like, bro, it's just you gotta like, I don't know what I want to like.
Yeah.
Body count's just interesting.
Yeah. And it's. I feel like it's especially for the female, because if you find her very attractive,
Oh, jeez.
then it's just like, dang. like personally me, I would.
And it's kind of like, damn, like this girl's really fine looking. But the second is,
She messed with 6 dudes before me.
there's a very good chance that the more fine looking she is, the more likely she is that she had multiple dudes prior to you. So,
And at least me, I would personally prefer, like, I date a girl who's same as me, like, has 0, because then that's just, we do that thing for the first time. As in, I'm not nervous, or I'm nervous and she's nervous, not as in, oh, yeah, I've already done this before and I'm over here sweating my balls off. Like, I don't know, but yeah, it's just a weird thing. But I don't know if you have anything else to say about that.
yeah, I'll give you my thoughts about that because I realized my apologies. I never really did. So let me get my spiel in. Let me get my shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You preach.
You know what I mean? You know.
I will get the bow tie out. I'm just saying. But look. So I see where the argument is coming from for the people who make the argument that, oh, body count doesn't matter. I mean, you kind of have the arguments of like, oh, like, but dudes end up being praised for like having a high body count, or like for even people who slut shame women who have already a body count, who has already slept with one person or some people or multiple people. And I get where they're coming from because it's kind of like, have y'all ever heard of the McDonald horror complex?
Yeah.
No,
Is there? Okay, so it's just kind of like this concept of like a dude's perception of women is like either there are Madonnas or whores. It's like basically 2 extremes of a spectrum. You either on one end it's like the girl who is completely straight, pure. She hasn't done anything out of the ordinary. She go to church every Sunday. She reads her Bible. She worships the Lord. You know what?
Yo.
Broski, you know what I'm saying?
Got
Okay. All right. On the other side, you end up having the girl that has deep-throated pretty much the entire basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
She was going to every party.
She's known by everybody.
Yup. She's damn. She belong. The streets don't even belong to her at this point.
Future take.
She belonged to the highway. She belonged to the freeway. She belonged damn near every intersection in the city of Houston. Damn near, I won't even say the city of Houston.
I can't even say that.
In America.
Oh, I was gonna say Texas.
Man, you belong to 290.
Exactly.
That's a if you ever get told that one, rethink your life. Rethink your life, because ain't no way someone said you belong to 290. Mm-mm.
Right. But like, my fault. Let me get back on topic. So it's just kind of like how people perceive them as either one or the other. And I see how that's not fair because it's kind of like at the end of the day, you're putting both, number one, you're putting both of them in a box. And number two, that's kind of disqualifying all the girls in the middle who know how to keep their shit in moderation. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, I still never answered the question. Let me answer the damn question.
I was like, okay, preach.
Personally,
Get there. Go ahead.
It shouldn't. Like, I shouldn't feel some type of way of it. But I feel like because I've never been placed on this situation, it might. Because it's kind of like, let's just say same thing. Basically, same situation as Charles said. Let's just say I'm talking to a girl, we're getting to know each other, you know what I'm saying? And then the topic comes out, so what's your body count? And I tell her, I'm a virgin. And then she says, I've been with like 5 dudes up to this point, right? Like, it's kind of like it shouldn't matter, but like I don't want to say that like it doesn't matter to me and I don't feel some type of way about it, and then I'm in that situation and I feel some type of way about it because right out the gate, I'm not being honest with myself. I'm not being honest with her. That's just being dishonest.
Yeah, I'm lying
That's
to
being
everybody in the
genuine.
relationship.
So,
Cause
that's
I,
my thoughts.
cause I quick. So I like there when I was a freshman. There was a girl that I liked, and granted, she was kind of hard to talk to. Like you had to come at her in a certain way because she would kind of come at you in an aggressive way. So like I didn't really talk to her till like I like ran into her because I have I can't even think of it. I have a thing where like I meet someone for the first time and then I start seeing them everywhere.
Right.
So like I met her in class and then I would like see her all over campus. So I remember like I was heading to another class and I got there pretty early and I saw her sitting near somewhere and I was like, hey, aren't you in my blah 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 class? And she's like, oh yeah. And like we just started talking and then I was like, oh, like you're kind of chill and whatnot and whatever. And then after a while we just kind of opened up to each other. So I remember, like she was just like, she had asked me because I'm a nerd, so I act like a nerd and I'm all geeky and shit. So she just randomly asked a question, like, you ever had a girlfriend or was with anybody? I was like, no. And I was like, oh, what about you? And she was like, I don't think I want to tell you that number. And I had a slight crush on her, but just by her saying that, I just was like, I don't want to be another addition in that number. So, like, and then, of course, like, it happened later on that she happened to tell me, she's like, because, like, we were so close and whatnot, she's like, oh, I just want to let you know, if you are starting to develop some feelings for me, I don't like you in that sort of way. So then that confirmed as in, like, she's not leading me on because she, like, rejected me even though I didn't shoot my shot. But it was just still, like, I wasn't going to anyway because she told me, like, if she can't tell me the number, like, what am I to expect? She could have done 20 or something like that. So I, like, didn't want to look at her in a different way because I'm like, she still is a human being and she's a woman, but at least this is not a girl. I'm not going to want to bring this girl home to my family and say it's my girlfriend because they don't know she's messed with I don't know how many in the past. But
The Phoenix Suns.
we're not gonna talk about that.
In the words of Drake, whenever I go to a female's place, I've only been a few times to a female's place, but I always think,
Am I the first dude here?
how many dudes have slept in this bed? Say a different number than the one that's in my head. God. Just knowing that number, if it's over like 3, you could be sleeping on on a pillow that another dude bought for your girl, so he could hit in that bed. Think about that. The pillow you sleeping on at your new girl place was bought by that nigga because he was tired of sleeping on the floor at her place or sleeping on the couch. And then he piped and slept on that pillow. And now you sleeping on that pillow. Them sloppy seconds, my dude. And I don't do them.
You don't even know if them sheets were washed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, let me go back to the slut shaming real quick. We're talking about the double standard of like, oh, if a girl slept with multiple dudes, she's shamed a bit, but if a dude slept with multiple girls, he's praised.
A player or something like that.
Here's a reason for that. Reason why is because if a dude is able to, first of all, if he managed to get like, let's just say 10 girls in a month, that's a good ass month for the average dude. He'll be lucky to get half.
That's a great month.
That's a great ass month. My nigga made it.
I know, but some people won't be seeing that the same way though.
Nah, because some people are gonna see it as
he's messing around with them girls.
He's playing with their emotions and stuff, bro.
He had to earn it.
Yeah, he still worked hard. He still put up points on the board, and he had to work for them points.
You know how many hours he had to grind in practice? First to show up, last one to leave.
Like literally, but with females, it's a different story. I don't believe
She just gotta stay there.
I
Just breathe.
exactly. I don't fully believe that females are working hard to get what they get. For the dudes that they date, I don't believe females is working hard. Especially females with lineman boyfriend. Like if your boyfriend is built like a lineman, I don't think you worked hard at all for that dude. I think you was just there. And that's the standard for too many females to me nowadays.
I don't want to say I want to defend females in this, but sometimes they just can't go above and beyond like an average dude.
It's not even that going above and beyond an average dude.
Here's the thing: she doesn't have to, because we're still in this society to this day. 99% of the time, who's the one that has to pursue? The guy.
So
She doesn't have to. She don't got to do shit, really. She just go on as this, living her whole life, and if the dude never hollers at her, then
he didn't.
But I'm just saying, like, if she's like trying to pursue a certain guy, maybe just maybe, I'm not sure, because I'm only I only see this from a male side because of myself. I am a male, but
now eventually on this podcast, I'd like to get a female on here that way we can just have these kind of conversations with a female perspective,
and we can try and see if we set that up.
I mean,
but for now,
I don't know what females gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but here's my perspective, right? Here's how I see it. I see it as though a dude's standards have some dudes, depending on how dudes look, their standard to get a female is still up there with the rest of them. But as soon as they get a female, the standard to keep them just plummets. Yeah. But for females, I feel like for females to get a good guy, like an actually good guy, not
that
just
actually cares about them.
Yeah. Their standards are bare minimum from the jump. Be there. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Be there.
Act like you care.
Act like you care. Some dudes don't even care if you care. As long as you're there listening to that man's problems. You don't have to give no type of solution to that man's problems.
Facts.
All you gotta say is, I understand. Yeah.
Love you, baby.
Love you too. You don't have to say love you. You can never initiate saying I love you. You can always be the one to go, oh yeah, I love you too. And they still be like, oh, that's my boo date. That's my girl,
Yeah,
dog.
she love you, bro.
Yeah, that's my girl, dog.
I mean, that makes sense, because it's the same shit all the way around.
Exactly. Cause dudes are going above and beyond to keep that female, and that female is not giving back the same energy. She's just giving back that, yeah, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm present. I'm alive. I'm living.
But I ain't really listening.
Yeah. Do I care about what you're telling me?
I hear what you say,
But am I listening to what you say?
No.
Like, yeah, there's some females that care. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's females that don't care. I'm saying there's females that care. I'm saying there's females that do above and beyond things. But if we're looking at the majority of females that are being, like, out there, and the ones that are, like, more vocal and more on social media and whatnot, they don't care. And then they end up with dudes that don't care. You can just see that by
what girls post.
Yeah, and then they end up with dudes that don't care. And then they'll go post on their private Snap, or they'll go post on their private Instagram stories, talking about some, man, why are all dudes so bad, bro? Why I can't find me a good man?
You're the one who chose him.
Bro, I thought he was a ride or die, but
you got all these quarterbacks to choose from, and you choose Andy Dalton?
Exactly, bro. That's
you
what
only
it's
get
like.
that if you're a football fan.
No. I'll put it in terms for everybody. Right, I'm gonna give y'all 3 different scenarios. For the football fans, it's like, yeah, you have every quarterback in the league, and your top choice was Carson Wentz. That's like, for people that don't watch football and people that like shoes, that's like you can pick any shoe in the world, and you pick the Monarchs. You pick the Grillmaster 5s.
Wait, that's a shoe?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard
The
of
Reebok Monarchs, my dude. The
Reebok,
Grillmaster 5s.
Yo.
That sounds terrible.
That's like getting what. That's like saying you can wear whatever designer you want in the world. No matter what time period, you can get the flyest fit in the world. And you choose to spend $20 and get a Walmart fit.
Hey, that Walmart fit be kind of nice.
Nah, bro, I'm talking about
you
Walmart blue jeans and the oversized shirt with the Monarch 5s and the low cut socks that don't need to be low cut.
You gotta get the Echo Unlimited.
Oh, hold on. My
Oh,
mom's
yeah.
calling.
I can't believe that just happened.
Speaking of, I've been with you. I just remember where I was. And my mom is my last example. Or that's my second to last example. That's like someone saying, hey, bro, you can have any gaming system you want. You can have whatever you want to game on. And you pick the PlayStation 1. You pick the NES, bro. You pick the Dreamcast, my nigga. And I don't know, bro. Hey, bro, would you rather, like, females treat dudes out here saying, I could have a Ferrari, but I have to keep up with it and I have to take care of it. I can have a really nice sports car or a really nice luxury car, but I have to wash it, I have to clean it, I have to tune it up, I have to take care of it and make sure it's, it's running and it still works.
Yeah.
Or I could take this 1998 Corolla that I don't have to take care of, it'll run itself. The only difference is if it breaks down on me, it's done. Like, it's done for good. Like, it's scrap metal now at this point. I'm gonna take that Corolla. Cause I know I can fix up that Corolla. And then they take it on the street, and then a week later, it's scrap metal. You can't even, the mechanic look at you and said, why did you take this off the lot? Of all the cars you could have picked, and you chose this, I can't do nothing with this. This is above my pay grade. The mechanic don't even have a pay grade. The mechanic is paid by how much he can fix. Yeah. And he said, you couldn't pay me enough to fix this. That's what females picking dudes is like nowadays. Cause they always want the fancy. They say they want the fanciest dudes, and they want the nicest dudes. They want the dudes that's cool and all of that. And then they end up picking up a lemon car with a new paint job.
Never understand. Like, I want to do
that's living in this van pipe.
Exactly.
Yeah, because what I'll more recent things is, girls be like, oh, I want a dude that's ambitious, that takes care of his woman, cares about him, and all that stuff, and then you be with the dude who acts like a bum, doesn't really care you exist, barely takes you on a date or anything, or if he does, he makes you pay for it, and all that, and I don't understand. Like, I don't get it.
Cause it's really females saying, I want ambitious dudes.
No, I have a theory about this. Sorry, I'll let you go.
It's females like, I want ambitious dudes. I want dudes that care. I want dudes that's gonna take care of me. I want someone that's actually gonna, value me and whatnot. But then they'll take dudes that really like actually follow the saying. Everybody wants to be her piece, be her problem. And that it works, bro. Why does it work so well? Bro, people are actually out here like getting females off of bro, I was, instead of me being her piece, I chose to be her problem, and now we've been dating for a few months. What? If I meet a female that's a problem with me,
I don't want her.
I don't text that female no more.
Exactly.
Like,
because it's a spark.
What's your theory, bro?
It lights up her emotions. I was saying it's a spark. It lights up her emotions. Like, every dude that's trying to be her piece, it's just basically you take a firecracker, ain't nothing like you wouldn't even got smoke. It's
one of those little smoke bombs.
Oh, it's one of those sparklers or whatever.
Yo. It ain't even that. Well, it's like
more of a smoke bomb. You put it on the ground. There's no sparks or anything. It's just
it doesn't even blow.
It's just there.
They ain't take the dude that chooses to be her problems.
and he's a sparkler, bro. That nigga's a
Sparkler.
I'm just gonna say from I have a friend. She promised I can't tell this, so I'm not gonna tell it. Or at least what she told me, she just liked the drama out of it. She just liked the dude giving her problems that she could talk about to her friends and just she thought that made the relationship more interesting, is by bringing drama into it instead of actually having a peaceful. I mean, because I guess if you have a dude who does everything that you want him to do, it just gets quiet and boring to some girls. So they want some drama out of it. I don't know.
You know what? Maybe.
So what he just did basically is he took what I just said, but like, he elaborated a little bit for y'all.
Yeah.
He went a little bit deeper with it. He went a little bit more
that's what I
beyond the
do.
surface.
So
You
he
know
said
what I'm
it.
saying?
He elaborated, and I can be honest with y'all and say I've been through it, because that's what I did with my last girlfriend. I wanted to break up with her. I wanted to break up with her so many times because she was a problem, but I stayed just because the only thing I was doing in life was working and sleeping. So when I wasn't working on the off shifts, I wasn't working and I was awake, I had to deal with these problems that she was giving me, and it kind of just made my life a little bit more interesting. I was like, this is the only reason I kept dating her is because I was like, you know what? At least like it's interesting.
Yeah,
Gives me
and
something
I
else to
feel
do
like
with the
that's the reason. Because when she told me, because she was telling me all this, like the things, and I was like, things that he said and things that he would do, and I was like, that's a red flag.
You should break up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was just like,
yeah, but it's fun.
She specifically said, I just want to see how this goes. So she just kept going with it as it got worse and worse. And it's just like, wow. And then she finally wanted to break it off because then it started getting a little like heated as like he was gonna do some.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get one of my friends on the phone, because I swear to God, that's what I said for the longest in my relationship.
So I don't get it. So basically, a toxic nigga, like you said, basically just brings out the emotions and makes it an interesting relationship. Which I don't understand, because when you're in a relationship where the guy does everything that you want, it can still be that way.
It can still be interesting if it's the right person.
Maybe that guy's just not as, like you're gonna have your moments. So it's not gonna be an everyday thing, but it still can appear.
Yeah.
As in, you want to do something spontaneous, your boyfriend will be like, all right, let's go skydiving or something, or let's do something, take you to a very nice place to do something. Toxic niggas are gonna talk shit to you, and
because honestly, at the end of the day, what I realized was that toxic relationship is not fun. It wasn't fun. It had its moments. Like, everyone has their moments where they'll shine, but to be honest, at the end of it, once you're done with it, you start realizing you're like,
that was terrible.
Yeah, because my relationship, I wrote it till the wheels fell. Hell, I was writing it after the wheels fell. I was still going. I was with her just because I wanted to say, I wonder how far this can go. I wonder how far I can push this. I was pushing the car up an uphill, up an incline for no reason. The gas station's down there. I could have got gas when I passed up the gas station, but I decided to keep pushing, just to say, I wonder how far I can push it. Then a tire popped, and I said, I think I can still push it.
Another one popped.
And then another tire popped, and then the car went into park, and I was like, I can still keep pushing it. And then my keys fell and rolled all the way down the hill. I can still keep pushing it. And then I stopped. I was like, wait a minute. Am I even pushing the car anymore? And I just let it go, bro. It was after I let it go, I was like, dang, I should have let that go a while ago.
Right. I don't get it, but I just think it depends on the female, because of course some females don't like toxic relationships, or say they don't, and whatever. And then there's some that
are completely into just being toxic and having that relationship.
So, and at least I pray I don't run into that type of girl, because I don't want that. But yeah, that's You know, y'all got anything else to say? Because that's definitely quite a lot too.
Right.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I think we're gonna go ahead. I think we should wrap it up here because we've been on for a minute.
All right. Well, you know the vibes. Go like and subscribe. Share this video if you thought it was funny or if you could relate to it. Because I mean, I felt like we were spitting some good opinions out there.
I think we're spitting facts, but I mean, if you don't think that, that's just your opinion, bro. It wasn't a fact. Like I just spat. So, I mean, hey.
I mean, yeah. So, but hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
And remember, this is bullshit.